Howdy, good morning. My name is Rob and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. And I got a little cough this morning. Just talking about it made me cough some more. Oh, we got a little bit of a day ahead of us. Yesterday we went to the antique stores and we found just some fantastic glass to either resell or add to our personal collection. It's one piece in particular is specifically going into the personal collection. You'll have to go check out yesterday's video to see what that was. This morning we've got three things going out of here. First is this World's Fair vinegar bottle. The 1939 World's Fair, there was a company that was selling or giving out these bottles of vinegar, and I don't have my black light on me, do I? Yes, I do. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. We will turn the light down and see. But these milk glass vinegar bottles actually glow really good under a black light. They've got uranium in them. So we found a new home for it over on knickknacks.net as a buy it now. We sold this piece for $31 and change plus shipping. So we'll get that boxed up and sent out to its new home. Let's see, we also sold a little handheld poker game from Radio Shack. And we sold this for $15, free shipping. These little handhelds, I pick them up and I kind of save them for Christmas time. They make great Christmas gifts, and I did sell a lot of these between Thanksgiving and the first couple of weeks of December or thereabouts, and I had a couple left over, this being one of them, and we got it sold for $15 free ship. And we also recently picked up 3 sets of these Anthropology mugs, cups. These sold for $50 free ship. It shouldn't cost more than $10 or $12 to get them shipped. So real good buy on these. I don't remember what we paid for them, but I guarantee it wasn't much. I don't pay up for mugs anymore. So there you go. There's 3 things going out of here this morning so far. Not everything I sell makes it into these videos, but most of it does make it into my Facebook page as a what sold type thing, screenshots and whatnot. But you'll see more of what I actually sell over there than you do here, because sometimes I don't make a video that day, or sometimes something will sell while I'm packing up, and like a dunderhead, I will just rush to get it packed to go with me because I'm in a hurry and it doesn't make it on video. So if you want to see everything that sells, or a lot more of what sells, head on over to Facebook. I'll try to remember this time to put a link down in the description for you on how to find that page, which is growing by leaps and bounds recently. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. So we got to get those 3 things boxed up and shipped out, and we need to get some listing done. Speaking of Facebook, one of the pages this morning was talking about how to take pictures. I've been doing this a long time. I'm fairly good at taking the pictures. Even though sometimes I get on a rush when I'm doing similar things time after time after time, I will sometimes rush through it and not really check the quality of the picture I'm taking. And when that happens, sometimes I will pull that item back out of inventory and take fresh pictures. Point is, I'm pretty good at taking pictures with an iPhone. It was suggested to use portrait mode. I've accidentally used portrait mode a couple of times in the past, didn't like it, and deleted those and went back to square mode. I'm going to see if my phone will do square mode portrait pictures and try to take a couple of pictures that way and see how it does. If I like it, it might be my new go-to style of taking pictures. But who knows? Anyway, check back later in the video and I'll tell you about that. All right, with all that being said, I got a lot to do. We got to get this stuff packed up into the post office, and after we drop off shipping, I'll get you into a thrift store or an antique mall. I hadn't made my mind up yet, and see if we can find some treasure. So like and subscribe, come along for the ride, and I'll see you when we get there. And just like that, we are in. Shelves look pretty full. There's a new cart sitting here when I walked in, and they were just taking an empty one to the back. Ooh, 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 ooh. I've always wanted to find one of them. Probably made in China. Yep, Dynasty. But it's a glass stingray paperweight. I've always wanted to find one of these. I can't believe I found that. Hell, I forgot they even existed until I looked down and saw that one. Tea light holders. There's a silver duck with a crown. Oh, look at her. Tell me she don't look cute. There's a pottery vase on the bottom shelf we're going to get a look at. Glazed inside and out. It's hand thrown, but it's kind of crude, heavy, clunky. But somebody's on their way to getting it right. Let's turn around. Look for the, oh my God. Am I freaking losing it or what? All right, okay, that one is color flashed. That one is color flashed. Yep, frost. Oh man. That had my heart rate going. Thought I'd done tripped up on some more Empoli bottles, but those are not. Those are knockoffs made in the style of the Empoli bottles. Why you gotta do me like that, Goodwill? Oh man. Some of y'all saw them and knew automatically. I'm not seeing anything in the electronics. Let's check the kitchenware. That's Pyrex. We're gonna put it in a cart and look it up, because sometimes the lid is worth more than the whole dish. And if we have to, we can separate the lid and sell it by itself, which makes it easier to ship. Which, by the way, that pan that we picked up yesterday, one of them was a Wagner Magnalite with the lid. So we're going to see if it's still here, and if it is, we're getting it, because for $5 I can sell the lid for 30 to 40. So this aisle is pretty full, but we're going to squeeze down through there and see if that pot is still there, or pan. Oh, no luck on the skillet. And then I remembered that I didn't have that clip in yesterday's video. Oh well. We're gonna look around. There's some Pyrex, Fiesta ware cup and saucer sets. Fiesta ware is not doing too well right now, so we're gonna leave that. There are, as I said, 4 Tom and Jerry mugs. These do well during Christmas time. $1.99. Oh God, I'm just a sucker for dadgum cups and mugs. The Avon bottle with a bird on it. $3.79, no thank you. I'm gonna put these in the cart and think on them. I was just looking at my shelving and my inventory before we left. Golly. And I've got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Stuff that I just ended up with that's not selling, to make room for all the stuff that I need to get listed. I was going to list a bunch more glassware this morning, but I didn't have any place to store it after I listed it, so we listed VHS instead. So in that light, I think we're going to put the Tom and Jerry mugs back. I don't have the room to hold stuff like that for that long. All right, I'll bring you folks back in when we find something. Well, folks, we had to leave out of that Goodwill. Just very crowded in there today. And every time I would stop, a bunch of people just gang up all around me. And there were several other pickers in there, and they were getting the stuff faster than I could. So then the shelves were as full as they were when we first walked in there. They got picked over really, really fast. So I have decided what we're going to do is my favorite thing to do sometimes, and I call that running and gunning. So we're going to go to the other end of the valley, hit Goodwill down there, and if we have to, we'll leave that one. We'll come back to an antique mall that we haven't been to in a few videos. They're going through changes. Somebody new bought them out, and they're playing musical chairs with the vendors. Some vendors are moving out, new ones are moving in, others are spreading out. It's a mess in there. And to me, sometimes chaos equals opportunity. So let me get off here so I can pay attention to the road. I'll see you when we get to the other Goodwill. We are in the next Goodwill, and in light of running and gunning, I'm probably gonna just spend more time looking than I am recording, but I'll bring you guys in as soon as we find something. Planter, I don't think it's got as much age to it as it pretends to have. Plastic. Ooh, these are cool. Very 70s, 80s decor. All right. Let's get down through here. If you guys see me miss something, point it out to me. Nope, not looking at mugs. You're the Obi-Wan for me. That's kind of cool. Big Bang Theory, Spock, Lizard. Okay, whatever. We're trying to run and gun, and I'm sitting here looking at cool stuff. Mother of pearl masks. Again, something that's not really got much age to it. Alright. I don't see anything on the toy shelves jumping out at me, except for a massive Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot version. There's a Green Goblin. For him, $2.49 on the yellow tag. I don't even know what that is. Something to do. Oh, that's that's actually belongs in the sporting goods section. Those are cleats for golf shoes. All right, I'll bring you guys in when I find something. Well, folks, nothing in that one. Some of the pickers that were in the Medford store, they must be traveling together or something. I blinked, and there were 3 or 4 of them that I thought I'd left behind. Anyway, I am in run and gun mode. The name of this game is Speed. So on to the next one, and instead of going back the way we came to go back to the antique mall I was talking about earlier, we're going to go a little further north up the valley, well, northeast, and hit another Goodwill, and we'll run and gun that one unless it's full of good stuff. And then when we get done in there, if we've got enough time, then we'll backtrack and hit that antique mall. So hang with me, folks. We're going to find some treasure today. I don't care what it takes. Just like that. And then the next one, there was a fresh cart back there with nothing on it. But I did find these on an end cap. They're all glass with gold flake in them. And they're most likely made in China. But they're cats. So I should be able to find homes for them pretty easy. So, also run into another picker in here already, but it's somebody I know, and we often help each other out. I saw this piece recently in one of my other videos. It never occurred to me that it was glass until after the fact. I saw it when I was editing the video. For $7, though, it's hollow. I think we'll leave it. If it's still here when orange goes on the half off sale price, we'll pick it up. There is a cabbageware pitcher. I don't think it's got any age to it. Vintage cabbageware is very collectible. There's a couple of Avon bottles. There's a grizzly bear for $3.79 and a pheasant for $3.79. We'll leave those here. Try not to get run over here. All right, folks, I will bring you back in if we find anything else. Well, that's interesting. It's a cover for a wall light, maybe? And it is, pretty sure it's glass. I don't know, it sounds like acrylic though. For $8, I think we'll leave that here. I should be picking stuff like that up, but I would like to have a booth to move that stuff through. It's the kind of stuff that a lot of eBay buyers, they get it in and they tap on it like I just did and think, oh, I thought this was glass, and then they want to return it, even though you say right in the listing that it might be acrylic. Ooh, this aisle is packed. We'll go to the next one. Now we can get down this one. Bring you in if we find something. All right, folks, the only thing we found in that Goodwill were those 4 cat figurines, paperweights. We ended up paying $20.30 for all 4 of them, so roughly $5 a piece. Should be able to get $8 to $12 a piece for them. So that'll be good. That'll go in, once again, a paperweight sale somewhere down the line. We have a big Fenton sale coming up in March. Hopefully I get in on that. And then sometime after that, 2 to 3 months after that, we should have a paperweight sale. So we'll hold on to them for that long at the very least. This Sunday, I am going to have an art glass and paperweight sale. So generally I like to have about 30 paperweights for the big paperweight sales. So as I get paperweights in, if they fit for that sale, I save them. If they're just nice paperweights, I put them in an art glass sale. So come on by Sunday. I will get that thing scheduled, and I'll post a link to that in the video down below in the description area. So hope to see you there. Right now, I think we are going to go ahead and run back across town to that Collector's Mart antique mall and see how their growing pains are coming along. And I'll see you when we get there. Just like that, we are in the collector's market. And hopefully we can slow down a little bit. Those Goodwills were just crazy busy today. Ooh. There's a Dynasty glow-in-the-dark jellyfish. Actually, I don't think that one is Dynasty. I think it's another Chinese maker. What do they want for it? $20. We'll leave that one here. There's a hand-blown basket. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, that's a shame. New vendor coming soon. This vendor that had this place had some nicer glass, but they just weren't getting much of it sold. And I know the person who owns this booth. She has really good stuff. Murano ducks, Murano ashtrays and bowls, paperweights, carnival glass. Anyway, she knows what she's got, and she prices it at or slightly above market value, which is what I would do if I had a booth. That might be neodymium. I am almost 100% sure it is. If I could just get the tag to cooperate with me so we can read it. Vintage Kunst glass, I don't know, something of the Sweden, $24.50. Beak is ever so slightly rough. I think they overpulled it, overpinched it or something. Even though it's neodymium, I think I'm gonna leave it. I might regret that later. I'll look it up, but I don't know if there's anything left for me after $24.50. I do like to look because she does bring in some nice glass. There's a big perfume back there. That's probably gonna be Fifth Avenue Crystal. It's nice, but $27.50. You know, that's a beautiful piece of glass for $27.50. All right, let's keep moving. See if there's any other changes. That's Funky Bowl. Yeah. Murano inspired bowl. Don't do that. Just put art glass bowl on it. I think this is another new booth. Sherry's Crafty Gifts. Yeah. 50% off. Must be somebody else packing it in. Just don't see anything I can do anything with. Just to do our due diligence. I really don't need any more Chinese paperweights unless they're pretty nice. $7.50 has got major bruising on it. We will leave that. There is a clear strawberry, well-polished base. $15. It would be $7.50. It's not bad. If it had color, I'd jump on that. But then again, if it had color on it, they'd probably have twice the price on it. There is a restaurant wear gravy boat. They've got marked for $10 and it's super thin. It's not actual restaurant wear. It's just made to look that way. Made in Germany. Yeah, well, there's one of those Westmoreland Argonaut bowls in here. It'd be nice to find that one at 50% off. Ooh, this booth right here is looking really bare. Yeah, Murano style. Last one. It is not Murano style. There's no such thing as Murano style. $15 for a rose. A lot of people will call this cabbage rose because the rosebuds look like a head of cabbage, but the official name for it is just rose. I almost want to get that at $15. I wish it was on sale, but honestly, the price on that is probably $18 to $24, so not a whole lot left. We're going to turn around and come right back down this road because it's just a little short one. and connects to a longer one that I think we missed last time we were here. And then let's get it back on track. There's a set of Cinderella Pyrex bowls. Pretty good condition. They want $75 for 3 bowls. That's a spring flower, not Crazy Daisy, spring flower, and it's in there. I forget what they call that yellow color, but I think I just call it gold. That's a bit high for that pattern and that color. Well, not a bit, it's really high for that pattern and color. Let's see who made this one. McCoy, Hull, and Roseville may look a lot similar, but after you've picked a few hundred pieces of it up over the years, you start to kind of develop a little bit of a feel for the difference. There's a little glass rabbit. Princess House crystal, $13. Yeah. All right, that's kind of funky. That elephant is saying, what the hell is he doing? That swan down there is kind of funky. Whole pottery, $5. Trinket dish. Hull's pretty good about marking their stuff. I don't see a marking on that. And the tag just fell all the way to the floor. I'm not going to try to juggle the foam while I pick that up, but I promise you I will pick it up. See there, I picked it up. Of course, I dropped it 2 more times. There's another one of those Mission Craftsman style glass, 65. Don't put style. It either is a thing or it is not. All right, folks, I'll bring you in when we find something. There is the Argonaut Westmoreland candy dish I was telling you about. It's not on sale. It's 30 bucks. I'm just not paying that much for it. Not a white one anyway. A blue one or a pink one, maybe. But I still want to find one of those for $20 or less. It's a little Friggy Fire King, $12. Got 2 more there without lids. I've met this vendor a couple of times. She relies mostly on Google Lens. Doesn't know how to do sold comps. But she's getting a little better. I've showed her a couple of things. Let's see what they want for the little thumbprint crimped Fenton. They didn't call it Fenton. They only want $19. Yeah. It's a diamond lace basket by Fenton. $19. You know, not horrible prices. $39 for the glass fish jar. Oh, a vase. It's got some weight to it. I'm not going to try to pull it out of there right now. All right, I'll bring you back in when we find something worth looking at. Well, I got a sticker shock for a moment. Just a silver crest Fenton bowl. It says $45, but it's supposed to be 2 milk glass silver crest ruffled bowls, plural, for $45. But there's only 1 bowl there. Don't know what happened. This place is still kind of jumbled up. People are moving around, moving in, moving out. But we haven't found anything we can take home yet. Some real neat little glass fruit things here. They want $8 a piece for them. That's not bad. But at $8, that's about what I could get for it, between 8 and 10. Here's a few little pretty pieces. There is a made in Taiwan 5-finger vase. They've got it marked for 30. MCM 5-finger. Yeah, it's made in Taiwan. It's from the 70s. Let's see. Fenton green thumbprint for 20. Blue opalescent for 20. whatever that thing is. It's kind of pretty. They want, I can't make that out, $12 maybe for it. Yeah. There's an emerald green one with bubbles in it. $10. Set that one down a little easier. Don't think any of those are things that we can take home. There's a carnival glass bowl for $12. Trying to remember who that base is by. It's not Viking or L.A. Smith. Indiana, Westmoreland, one of those two maybe. If I'm wrong, correct me. Now, there is a Viking bowl that's been painted on with silver overlay for $24. No sale signs though. A couple of Tonala or Talavera, yeah, Talavera Mexican fish platters. Peacock. A couple of bone vases. There's an acro agate little mini vase. Wonder what they want on that one. $20. Let's see if it's got a cadmium glow to it. Nope, no glow. All right, check over here. A bunch of modern repop stuff. That's a new booth. Kylie's Odd Works. Kylie, you need to get a few more things in your booth. There's a Avon jar that originally came with a candle. What do they call it? $9. I use one of those in my kitchen to hold salt. I'd like to find something similar, made with the black glass or the black amethyst, that I could keep freshly ground black pepper in. I have a clear glass one that I'm keeping pepper in at the moment. Bunch of milk glass. 20% off. I have seen that elephant before. Pretty sure I had it in uranium glass at one point. 20% off of $10. Yeah, the other tusk is broke off. And there went the daggone price tag again. Good enough. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in when we find something or back at the shop. This is a booth where I buy occasionally. They occasionally put stuff out for sale. This is a Viking ruby red orb ashtray for $15. That's a good pickup. I should be able to get somewhere between $40 and $55 for that. So I think we'll pick that up. Well, folks, that was kind of an exciting day. I call that kind of thrifting running and gunning. Run in there, run around in there, try to find something, run out of there, and run to the next place. Just in and out as quick as we can, find what we can, and move on to the next place. Which is more in line with how I used to do it before I started making YouTube videos about it. Yeah, I know running fast can cause you to miss things, but I have a pretty good eye. And even when I go slow, I miss things. So, if I'm going to miss it, I'm going to miss it. I've walked past the same thing 3 or 4 times before it finally registers. Hey, look at this. So, sometimes when I beat these stores up, I'm in there day after day after day, day in, day out. You kind of know what's on the shelf. You can scan it pretty quick and see if there's anything new. And when there's a crowd in there and the carts they're bringing out doesn't have anything on it, I'd rather break free of the crowd and go somewhere else and see if there's better conditions and better items somewhere else. Then again, there are days when I will go into my local one. I'll stay there 4 or 5 hours waiting on them new carts to come out, especially if they're bringing out good stuff on the carts, rather than go drive all over the valley hoping to find something. So, there you go. we hit 4 places today, 3 Goodwills and 1 antique mall. So let's get into it, show you what all we found. First Goodwill, we found this glass Stingray. It's made by Dynasty Glass. We'll get this sticker off of it. Price tag. Make sure there's no damage under it. They're bad about hiding damage under tape or price tags. But yeah, it's just a glass Stingray. There's no damage on it. It has the original sticker on it. We paid a little over $4 for it. Actually, we used our bonus points on our rewards card, and I think we ended up paying $1.62 for this, so less than $2 for it. I'll take that all day, every day. So that's a good find. Let's see, we went to the next Goodwill and walked out of there empty-handed. Then we went to the third Goodwill and we found the cat paperweights. We got 2 large ones with the gold flaking, and they are made in China most likely. But what I'll do is I'll sell that in 2 lots, a big one and a small one in each lot, and we'll make a little profit. Not a lot of money. We'll probably make $15 to $18 on each lot. And the only reason that makes sense is because I'm selling in a live show, and I'm selling a whole bunch of stuff, making anywhere from a couple of dollars to pretty good money on everything we sell. And you do it all at one time, it's a lump sum of money coming in, and it's good profit. I would not do this kind of stuff for eBay. Not with margins that thin. Then we left there. We went to the collector's market back here in Medford, and we come across the ashtray. This is made by Viking. It's called an orb ashtray. And there's 2 or 3 different versions of this. This is the basic version with just 1 slot for an ashtray cigarette. Some of them had a big one in the middle and then a couple of small ones on either side. Those bring a little more money. But right now these things are bringing pretty good money. I saw several sold anywhere from $34 for one that had a little bit of damage up to $68 for one that I couldn't see any difference in it and this one. But the average was around $48 to $54. So, you know, not a bad day at all. You know, I always hope to go in and just fill a cart, but right now my shelves have no more room on them. So when we get out of this video, I got work to do. My day's not over. I've got electronics to test and get up there. And while I'm out there storing the electronics, VCRs and VHS VCR combos, and a couple other things, we're gonna pull stuff that's been listed forever, no movement, very little views. I've sent out offers and nothing. We're gonna pull that stuff down, put it in a box, and probably take it back to Goodwill and redonate it. So that's what I'm doing the rest of the day. I appreciate you folks going with me on my little treasure hunting adventure today. It was a whirlwind in and out, but I'm glad you came with me. I hope you had fun. If you don't like this style, let me know. And on days that I do this, I just won't record. But thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in a future video. So y'all come back now. You hear?